right, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom and salute to the hopefully elect, from the least to the greatest. This is Sean coming at you once again from the Baltimore branch of GMS. So this is basically, I was in a spirit, you know, this me, of course, I'm doing a driving talk. You know, Lord well, I'm able to do the walking talk. I remember I used to watch Elder Gabar's walking talk. So I planned on, you know, walking, getting my last couple of days or weeks off of work. I'm going to try to fit that in to my schedule, whatever, and do that. But this is driving, you know, running a little errand. So this is going to be a driving talk, you know. But yeah, I was thinking on how the Lord chastises, you know. Hey, the Lord is a God whereas though he's action based. You know what I'm saying? Like these other false gods, you know, and as you see on the screen, that's a version of Yahweh Shai. You know, you got a lot of these nutcases talking about the image and all that. Well, we got to have an image. You know, look what the image did to us. Look how the image of Caesar Borgia destroyed us. You know, it destroyed us. You know, so now the Lord put the spirit on us to get it correct and get it right. You know what I mean? And it really doesn't matter to this point, whereas though we had the spirit to, you know, had discernment to see who's an Israelite, but the angels ultimately know who's and who's not an Israelite. Because right now, at this period of time, right, we know that, you know, Jake been scattered throughout the nations and all that. So you're going to have Israelites looking like all nations, you know. The truth, what it does is it doesn't stand like still water. What the scriptures say, and of course I can't get the scriptures. I can't pull them up. I'm going to quote them to the best of my ability, right? The truth is like flowing water. You know, if you look at a river, close by me, you know, is what they would say the Heron Run River. If you go and look at the river is constantly moving. You know, it's energy. When I was studying electricity, my teachers and all that was saying that electricity flow like water. It acts like water. It flows. Hence the reason why they got to have a connection, right? So it's just like a river, you know. It flows, and it has certain cavities that it flows through, and the truth spread, and the truth is a living power, you know, just like the Lord. So that's why it's called planting a seed, because once you plant a seed, that seed grows, and it grows, and it gets bigger, and it grows to other branches, and so on and so on. And just like the elders and apostles, they planted that seed within certain brothers, and that brother, his faith grew bigger, and it pushed him out to start doing the work, and then he found certain branches, and so on and so on. So the truth grows. It's not a stagnant. It's not stagnant, stay still based like Christianity. You know, Christianity has staggered to where's the point where though, and the Lord allowed it, because if you go to 1 Samuel 2:6, the Lord is the one who controls everything, you know. So he allowed it to happen like that, you know, to sift the wicked and sift out the righteous, you know. But as the scriptures say, you got to pull in the bad and the good, you know, within this thing. You know, we're gonna get the bad, and you're gonna get the good. And we have perfect examples. We got an accent, Baltimore. We got certain words that we say different from other brothers, but this all Babylon, man. Come on now, Babylon. Every city look alike. Come on now. But back on the branch thing, this truth is like flowing water. It moves. So this truth is going to graduate to certain aspects. You know, we're not going to be doing certain things. Like at one point, Esau, his ass was getting it. You will see a lot of these Edomites get cussed out. Some of them were Jake, some of them were not. But it was at that time where as though it needed to be to put the truth where it's at now. It was at a time where certain scriptures came out to where as though we didn't change it. But I was talking to a brother the other day, certain scriptures have 3-4 different meanings. Like in the English language, it has different meanings, but the truth is not confusing like that, because the truth, it gets deeper. You see what I'm saying? Like something can mean something, but you can read a scripture and a brother can present it to you the correct way. But guess what? That scripture goes deeper than what the surface is. Because not to say that the brother didn't give it to you, but as time go on, it has different meanings. And that's what we're telling you. The truth is deeper than what you see on the outside. It flows. Just like I'm gonna use an example, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Certain things in that particular scripture, it could go deeper. And that's why we're out there to interpret the scriptures, you know. And a prophet means to interpret. Because who knows? One of the brothers in the Baltimore camp might have been Ezekiel, Isaiah, one of them prophets, and he wrote it down to break it down to you in this time. You see what I'm saying? He's still prophesying. He's just reading what he read, what he wrote down hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Does that make it, just because he's not saying something that didn't come alive at that particular time, he's not a prophet? No. He's breaking it down to you so you can understand. That's also a prophet. He's interpreting the scriptures so you can understand. All right? So that's why we out there on the highways and byways, to break the scriptures down. Because you might read it, and it might say something you don't understand it. So you got to come to us to get the correct breakdown. And we're not going to charge you. Just like we got it for free, the elders and apostles gave it to us for free, you're going to get it for free. We're not going to charge you. You got to pay $5.99 for a breakdown and all that. That's scamming. All these other guys, like the Sakari guys, look where they at now. Look where they at now. They done flipped and bounced and separated, and they done played with dildos and all types of things. You know, excuse my language. I ain't mean to go on that part, but it's the truth. If you can't handle the truth, cut the video off. If you want the truth, keep on listening. All right. A prophet means to interpret. You know, the prophets from old and the prophets now, we didn't have no filter. All right. So you're gonna get it how it's gonna come. You know, because guess what? The Lord, when He come to judge you, you think He gonna have a filter on it? You think He gonna say, He gonna cut your arm off and say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. No. He's going to cut your arm off. And it's going to be what it's going to be. Because you didn't listen. Because you were arrogant. So now He got to come with the destruction. You know. So at least He gave you a warning first. So the Lord always warned Israel before something happened. And it's up to you to understand the warning. If you don't get the warning, that means you might be a part of 2/3. And Lord willing, I'm not a part of the 2/3. I hope to be a part of the elect. And that's the meekness that we got to have in this truth. Even though we out there pushing the word, hey, we got to understand that we might not be the elect, you know. But I always say, like on my behalf, you know, this me personally, I hope I'm one of the elect, and if I ain't one of the elect, at least I was doing something righteous, you know, for the Lord, you know, or doing whatever I can to play my part and be the most righteous, or to the best of my ability, you know. We can't control that to be all right. We can't control that. Like even Yahweh Shai said that. He said, "Ain't nobody good but the Most High." You know, Yahweh Shai said he drink. You know, he take part of the divine and hang around sinners. But the Lord ain't even sinned when he was on earth. You know, he sinned when in his past life. So that's real crucial too, and that's the scary part about it, because we don't know what we did in our past life. If Yahweh Shai got that, and from what he did like 1,000 years ago, because yeah, that was almost 1,000 years ago when he was King Solomon. That was like 900 years ago when he came on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So the best part is to be humble, you know, and ask the Lord for mercy. And that's what the Lord died for us, for things where we make a mistake and we might not remember the Passover, like not the what's the thing called, the feast of the bread and all that, you know. We might, certain things we might not remember, and we're like, oh shit, that's what he died for then, you know. Yahweh Shai was healing people on the Sabbath, and I'm glad the elder brought that up, you know. You can't be, you ain't gonna be perfect on this side. These goddamn scribes and Pharisees, they were going on, being all perfect and shit like that. If you like that, that could hinder somebody from coming into the truth. You know, just because a guy got wearing a hat, or you gonna push him away for joining the truth? That he might be one of the elect. Come on now. There's plenty. I was reading them stories. I had to, you know, because I had to do other things and all that. But yeah, because I was heavy into them stories, bro. But it's a balance in everything. That's what I was saying. It's a balance in everything, you know. But some of them guys that were that was punished heavily in the wilderness and all that, some of them were part of the elect. Did you know that? Some of them were part of the elect. Even the ones that got punished in the past, in the Bible, a lot of them was part of the elect. Because guess how? There's 144,000, right, amongst the elect, right? And then that's just the elect, right? The elect is 1/3. That's a lot of people. You mean to tell me ain't none of them ain't never sinned anything? You gotta use common sense. And that's what a lot of these camps, they lack common sense, you know. But Lord willing, this is edifying. You know, I'm about to make my couple errands, get some miscellaneous things, and you know, call it a day. You know, I hope this is edifying to the body. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kwadash. Till again, brothers, Shalom.